Hello everyone and welcome to a new, well, for me it's not a new day or a new video, but welcome to a new video. uh, I'm continuing my road to 2000, and I want to start off this game because it takes so long to find a game with chess mentality or whatever, because in chess, you know, attitude counts and you gotta stay positive even in bad situations. And even if you lose, let's play a move, by the way, d4. Even when you lose but you played a good game, you lose on time, you should be happy with how you played. It's all about the process, and I'm not talking to myself here. As long as you go through a good technique, you play with vigor, you play with energetic moves, you sack some pieces sometimes, you still lose, you blunder at some point because of time pressure, it's okay. And I'm talking to myself, yes, because sometimes I get mad at myself because I lose on time or I blunder in time pressure, which happens a lot. You should still be happy even if you lose. So let's decide on what to play here. I think we're gonna play a very boring. Nah, let's stop boring. Let's play a gambit, because in the previous game we played c4 and he played e5, where he was gambiting against us, but now we are the ones who's gambiting, Now we are the ones who gambit, I had to think minutes on that move, and I was in dire time pressure. So he takes, and we could, just play it like he played it last time, which was something like d4 and then some check here, but then the pawn was here. Never mind, it doesn't work. Let's play c4. Why not? Let's just pretend that this pawn is ours, We have a center, he has this pawn, he could protect the pawn with f5, but that would weaken this, right? But then he just plays g6. So f5, not a bad choice of move. I'm happy with this, for now. And I'm completely out of theory here, by the way. So c6. Good move, stops d5, but it also stops the natural development of the knight. So let's play this like a queen's gambit, I guess. Knight c3, attacking the pawn. I'm expecting knight f6, and then we continue with the gambit style of play with f3. After takes, knight takes, he might play bishop b4. Knight plays bishop f4. Alright. Now I have ideas of knight e2, knight g3. But knight e2, knight c3 is very slow. So f3 is a lot faster, and we develop a tempo. Because if he takes, we spend a move taking, not developing a piece. And we do spend our moves developing pieces. And if he doesn't take, we take here and have the full center. So f3 makes a lot of sense to me. f3 is also the way you should play the Blackmar Gambit. So yeah, f3. And even though we're out of theory, we still have the ideas of the gambit, which is, rapid development, bishop on d3, maybe bishop on g5. Again, we know where the pieces belong, so yeah. And bishop g5 threatens to take, and after the recapture, we take here. So I feel like he will take now, and then here. No, he doesn't. He'll let us take. And again, after the recapture, you lost one of your protectors of this pawn, and we are attacking this twice, defending this once, so we can just simply take. After bishop d3, you can just simply develop. We do have to be mindful of our king always, as this is exposed. Exposed. Why do I say it like? So, yeah, but at the moment it's all hunky-dory as this pawn is blocking that diagonal. But let's say it's black to move and he plays this and we play d5. Yes, this check. Not dangerous, or is it dangerous? Yes, it is. No, it is not. Bipolar. Alright. So, what did we achieve here? Well, we won back the pawn which we sacked, and with increment because we have a big white center. So to support the center, I was thinking bishop d3, but that would block my defense of the queen of this pawn, because my queen is no longer defending this pawn. There's also just knight here, overprotecting this pawn, which would make more sense to me, because now we can play the more energetic bishop d3. And then we can castle in the open file. Black, on the other hand, is stuck to a little bit of a passive move. Bishop b4, very energetic, challenges the knight, challenges his pawn, but he doesn't play it. It's actually maybe an option to play a3, but we're not developing piece this way. So I'm thinking, let's overprotect this pawn as well, as bishop b4 is kind of a threat. But if the bishop is here, you know, if takes, this bishop is still protecting this pawn. So I'm developing, but I'm developing with some ideas. I think that's the best way to go for me. And we're actually doing pretty well on time. Alright, queen b6. Always be aware of queen moves. Well, when they're made, because they do a lot. They attack this, but it's defended. But it also attacks the pawn, which is undefended. And this b2 pawn, very thematic. Sometimes it's good to take this pawn, and sometimes you can trap your queen taking that pawn. So let's say he takes this pawn right now. He's threatening to take here. So let's say a castle first. He goes here, and we go... well, this knight is attacked. We go knight a4. Let's just attack it immediately. He cannot go here. He cannot go here. He cannot go here. He could go here. He cannot go here, and he cannot go here. So can we... and he can also go here. So can we kind of, you know, defend both of those squares whilst having the option for our knight to attack the queen? I think queen a5 is a candidate move, but not after queen takes. He's also, this rook is unprotected when the queen is here, so that also doesn't make sense. So I'm just wasting my time here maybe. Here, queen b2, rook here, drops the knight, but then we get in with the rook on c7. And after bishop e7, how do we take advantage here? So I don't think I can ever get an advantage or trap the queen in this variation, but we'll check later. So I think we just have to protect the pawn. But I'm still quite happy with the idea and concept we have. So where does the queen belong? We have e2 and c2, which is usually good in these sort of positions. You also have queen b3, but after takes. I don't know. I feel like in a better position we shouldn't trade queens. Queen e2 would make sense as we are x-raying the king and we are asking him some questions, you know. Also, be mindful of d5, which is also good. I'm thinking just queen e2. It does make sense, you know, bishop here. It also makes sense because we have some ideas here, but at the moment it's very limited, these ideas. And look how happy I am with the knight development, because this pawn, safe as sounds, you know, very happy with that. And we're gonna at some point push this pawn. And now the question becomes, you know, if I want to play d5, which opens up this diagonal, should I even bother castling? my king is actually at the moment super safe here. Because who is attacking me? This bishop? Oh, I missed bishop b4, which I did spot a few times ago. Oops, and he plays it. So the queen does belong on here. Oopsie. It does belong on c2. It had a defensive role there. Because now takes, and pawn position looks not bad, but it's not very pleasant as well. Can also play rook h c1. If takes, we take with the rook. Threaten rook b3. Very energetic. These pawns very well protected at the moment. This knight eyeing nothing. The best square it could go to is f1. I think rook a to c1 makes sense. You know, I think if you look back, queen c2 is best move. But as any chess player, you don't want to admit your mistake. You play something else, which is not so good. But maybe we get away with it. Castles. And now I do feel a little bit worried for my king. He's pinned. His freedom is not very good. Yeah. And I'm very tempted to just castle here. Castles on king h1. Doesn't look bad. Get the rook on an open file. Energetic chess. And don't calculate anything. Which is not so good, but yeah. And I think a plan for for white is to go knight a4, getting rid of the queen on this diagonal. Let's say he plays queen a6, which doesn't look good. We play b3, and we have ideas of c5, trapping the queen. And if that was not enough, we even have ideas, like let's say the queen could go here, magically, you know, jumping over its own pawn. We even have a3. Bishop here. Oh, and b4, and then he goes here. Oh, never mind. I was thinking I was genius, but never mind. But if he plays b6, you know, this bishop is also getting trapped. In my mind. At the moment, but maybe on the board. Time for tea, boys. Girls. Don't you just love cold tea? Must be the best, no? Alright. So our plan of knight a4 is not possible because the queen can just take. The threat is also to take on a3 after bishop captures, but it's not really the case. Why? Because if we do nothing and he captures now, takes, you cannot say because the queen is just defending that pawn. But he can also not take this pawn because that's defended here. So, yeah. What to do? I think we should strike in the center with d5. Energetic moves. And after the check, we just go back. After this check, we just go back. King is super safe here, right? And the whole point of this move is to open this rook even more So after, if he takes, we take. But also to know long term, we have a plan of eventually having this pawn queening probably, and then long term we are already further in the progress. Like this is a good long term decision. This is not a threat. Well, this is you could do it, but it doesn't matter, I think. And takes. And if he takes here, we restore the pawn chain. This is well developed, well protected. Yeah. And are we up a pawn? No, but I don't know. I don't know why I feel my position feels so good actually. It feels like the inner positional chess player in me, like the inner positional chess player, is awakening. Or actually, it's falling asleep. It's 3 p.m. It's 3 a.m. Oh my god. Shouldn't have playing chess, but whatever. This will be the last game. For sure. Right. So, let's look for some plans. He goes bishop there. Because he's scared. He's probably scared. And, d5 has the advantage that, the d4 square is now free. When something goes away, you're single and free. What am I saying? It's getting late. So now there's nothing here anymore. The whole point of playing d5 was to, if takes, open up the rook. Can we improve the knight and open up the diagonal for the rook? Yes, we can. We can play knight b5. We attack a minor piece. And, at first glance, or at second glance, I thought I was blundering a pawn there. So I thought h3 first, but this is the main point here. So if you do something stupid like this, because now the pawn is not important because he has to react, and taking this bishop is definitely not a bad thing, because the bishop pair becomes stronger and stronger the longer the game goes. We're a little bit low on time, so I'll try to play a bit faster. Not too fast, but a little bit. But this sort of game is definitely not won in a few games. It's actually very against my way of playing, and even this time format, to play positionally like this, because sometimes, you make a small mistake and then you lose the game, even though you've been you've been better the whole match, game, whatever. But our opponent is also thinking, that's nice. This will be a very low video. Which means no one will watch it, which is nice, so you cannot see all the embarrassing stuff I'm doing here. And he goes and play bishop here. The magic distance of the knight, because now he covers all the attacking squares of the knight, which is a good move. And he's planning to play maybe a6, which is also good. So where to go from here? Well, let's just play a3. Just defend this pawn for now. This there. We go back, we could go also here, but it has, no real target there. We can also just play here, but it also has no point being there. You could also go here, but then it's taken twice. You could also go here, but then we just blunder it. So, I hate going back to the same square, but it's probably the right thing to do. As here, it will be a type 2 undefended piece, and here, it's defended by a pawn. If that makes sense. Goes there. Threatening something. If the knight moves, like let's say it goes here, there's mates. So there's something to be done here. by me. I'm not sure what it is. I'm gonna lose on time, am I not? Yes, I am. Alright, this is a very nice plan, and I have to think about this, but I don't have the time. So I'm just gonna go here. Gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. Or this. I'm just gonna take and go here. And this is... Wait, I could have just gone here. Come on, when? The time pressure is getting to you. He's getting active. He's putting pressure on my clock. Let's go here. Okay. Let's go here. He's definitely trying to flag me. That's the amazing part. Okay, he wins a pawn. Fair, fair. Very fair. Takes, 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 takes. Take. Attacking the queen. But then he has this check, so maybe this first. Could take this pawn. Yeah. He's up 2 pawns, and these pawns are running. Let's go here. Queen on central square. And we still have this idea. And we're gonna go for it whenever we can. We do have some tricks with this, but not now. He goes to a better square, that's wise. Let's attack a pawn. He pushes the pawn, that's also smart. We're just waiting then. He attacks the pawn again, defend it. And this rook needs to go to a better square, definitely. So let's go here. And this is the thing we have to stop, and this is the thing we have to maintain here. Queen doing great job stopping the pawn, but maybe he wants to place a rook. It's better now, or the bishop. Because there, let's just attack. Bishop defending. Queen defending. Hoping we can get this in. It's 3 moves, you know. And yet we are very much in losing position, but you know, you have to try everything. Queen attacking the rook. G5 potentially. And if F5, we cannot take actually. F5 would be a great move here, because F takes, he can take queen, but he goes there. which makes sense, which is also a good move. Here I will just try to promote, which is not good, but you know, you have to try. And if here, check should give us some counterplay. You know, there's also some checks for him, but you know, we'll get something, right? Okay, this is getting a bit ridiculous now. Oh jeez. Yeah. So we sacked it. Yeah, this is gonna end up very badly for us. Yeah, but I tried. I definitely tried. There's this check. Guess a black square. There's even this. It's unstoppable. Okay, goes there. Also makes sense. Yeah. There's just nothing we can do actually. Ooh. Let's just make things easy, right? Maybe we should attack a pawn, but at the moment not really possible, huh? Yeah. Yep. Things are not looking good. But that would have been just an easy way to convert. But still, you know, not really trying, but we should play it out so checkmate, in my opinion. Which is definitely not far from the books. If it goes here, we just take the pawn. So I expect him not to do that. And we are still trying to make some threats on the board. But he will just very slowly convert, I think. Are we getting in Zugzwang? No. There's always this idea of if I don't have any squares that I can sack a rook, right? Now we can take this pawn. We can't. Okay. Oh wait, has the opportunity arisen? Yes. I can't believe it. I cannot go here. I cannot go here. I can sack the rook. Oh my god! Let's go! Let's go! Oh, this is even better than a win. This is even better than a win. Oh, let's go. Ah, oh, this feels good. Let's go through the game. So, we tried a very positional approach this game. You know, we lost some rating points. We definitely didn't play this well. apparently. So d4, d5, e4 takes... I think the opponent has checked the game, and I have to check my screen. So, yeah, we played this very much on our own way. Bishop g5, probably the best move. g4 is actually the best move, apparently. Engine suggests, which makes sense because anytime you have f3, you can think of g4, because that's the basically why you play f3, to prepare g4. But here, bishop g5, and after takes. We have a very good center. But I think I overestimated my chances here. It's 0.0, and I thought that we were +2 or plus 1.5. So here, queen b3 makes sense because you stop bishop b4, and bishop b4 is this only energetic move, a good move. Queen e2, again, bishop c2, queen c2 would be the best, but we didn't want to admit our mistake. Castles, and we play d5. Knight h4 engine suggests, and after bishop h7, the engine suggests, well, we wait to play knight f5, and a knight of f5 is worth something, right? And you cannot play g6 as this pawn would be hanging. Yeah, makes sense. Takes. Queen c7, and I think you can already push for d5 here. Oh wow, you can even play queen g4, and look at the kingside attack we're having. Okay, this is something I missed, but it's not the mistake we made. I think going for d5 in this position was wrong. Well, actually, I don't think that, but the engine says that. Because now, what is our plan? What is the whole plan? Knight b5 was correct. a3 was okay. And here we should have maybe gone to knight here. Again, knight here with the idea of eventually putting the knight on f5, I assume. Well, not in this position, because now bishop takes, and queen falling off. But yeah, what's the point here? What? Well, whatever. King h1, and here I was really scared of bishop here and then taking. So what's the best move here? Wow, knight b1 with the idea of knight d2, because here and then knight d2. Wow. That's something else. That's crazy. So knight e5 takes, queen takes, and I was scared, so I just went back here. Also just time-wise. g3 was apparently the best move, but already we're quite worse here. And we're just kind of hanging on, you know, by threads, not really making the best moves. Like we should have probably, here we're probably already worse. Like let's say play queen d2, kind of hanging on. If takes, I think we're good. I think that was the best move. So if takes, look at our pawn structure, we're chilling, right? Okay, he has a more active position, but still, we're chilling. And black has to be very accurate here to maintain his leads. Okay, b5, it's very natural. It's these pawns are rolling actually. At some point it could maybe break. I don't know. And our king safety is also horrible. So takes, yeah. This horrible chess. Just absolutely, you know, just chilling here. And look at this. h5, and if bishop back, what? Rook takes on f6. If g takes on f6, We have a check. Wow. Wow, and if king h1. Wow. But a4. I missed this. I think. Yeah, the knight going here already not. You know, great, but we keep some threats alive. Yeah, he has mate here actually. He could have just gone here and just made me, but he chose not to, and that made me happy. Well, not happy, but at least we have some ways of, you know, maybe going for a draw. And here I actually felt like I already have to draw here. Like there must be a way. Because here, like if he doesn't take, here, just keep checking, because anytime he checks me, I have zook, I cannot make a move, basically. So here, how does he get out? H3 check. Oh, and then you go here, and then you get out. Oh wow, and then you're out of checks. Oh wow, and if I go here, yes, check here. Probably rook c2, something like that. Back. And apparently this will be made. G1. Whoa. H2, that's cruel. And mate, you could even, you know, promote to a knight. Knight, what did I say? A rook, I'm sorry. So that's a nice game. Very yeah, clear explanation of the analysis. I was more, you know, scanning through all the engine lines. Oopsie. Very happy with the draw. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.